Megyn Kelly doesn't hold back. I don't know if you guys saw this here on Kaitlan Collins. Did you have it, Chris? Have you seen this yet?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and play this clip. She's trying to give some feedback to Kaitlan Collins, and she tries her best to be sweet, but just, Rob, play the clip.
It doesn't inspire confidence in me as a woman. I mean, everyone's supposed to be celebrating that she could be our first female president, and she can't even do a sit-down interview on her own. I got news for you, Madam Harris. That's not how the presidency is supposed to work.
This is the wrong clip. This is a different Megyn Kelly.
This is
she's upset about something else.
Although she was very
upset.
Sweet and compassionate.
Yeah,
call her Madam,
this is Megyn Kelly giving feedback to Kaitlan Collins, and she tries to be gentle about it. But go ahead, Rob.
I'm sorry, but she's only a star with leftists. And the fact that she has some roots in Alabama does not make her a fair and balanced reporter. I will submit to the record, her biggest sin is not that she is biased, though she is. It's that she's boring. She's extremely boring with no personality. I have a pro tip for her. Smile. Try smiling every once in a while. Try not to be, like, in your delivery, such a cold-hearted all the time, because it gives people nothing to bond to. You can be a tough interviewer and also have some warmth.
Tom.
I happen to agree with her. I'm not a fan of Kaitlan Collins. You know, I've watched her and I said, okay, so they got this telegenic person that listens to the producer in her ear who really hasn't shown me where her rudder really is. And okay, she's from Alabama, whatever. And I think
she used to work with Tucker, right?
Yeah, I think she was engaged to a high-ranking Republican operative or something at some point in time. So maybe she's for sale. And this is where her career's taken her, and she's just rolling, and this is what she's doing. But she doesn't come across as a young Jessica Savage who used to walk the room and search for the story on a journalistic level. She just doesn't appeal to me like that at all. I'm not a fan.
Several things. What matters most to me about it is that, Megyn is playing into like what works best in digital media, which is being provocative, being acidic. And I think there's a little bit of irony that she's giving Collins advice that she couldn't follow herself, which is one of the reasons she failed at the network level. But I know Kaitlan Collins. I do not believe that she is a plant for the left. She is in a struggle to succeed on cable television, as we all are. And, look, this is what sells. If Megyn were being the way you were suggesting that she was, sarcastically, nobody would hear the clip. If she gave her real advice that was coming from a good place, nobody would care. You got to be, I call them tactics. The tactics are tactics. You got to be attacking. You got to be negative. You got to be nasty. And I don't mean nasty in some kind of misogynistic way. It's men and women all do the same stuff. Kaitlan got beat up because of this clip where she says you can't call CNN anything but fair.
Right.
You say that about any outlet right now, you're going to get reverb. But
Bill Maher agreed with her, and he said maybe that's the slogan: CNN, anything but fair.
I know, which was funny. Maher is a genius, and I'm a big fan of what he does. Whether I agree or disagree all the time doesn't matter, because he's a thought leader and he makes you think, and that's his job. But look, I'm just saying that Megyn Kelly has made a decision, right? Which is the reason that I can get people following me is because I'm going to say really obnoxious stuff about people and situations that matter. But again, does anybody believe that that's Megyn Kelly's secret sauce, is that she knows how to be warm and also drop the hammer when she needs to? I just think that she's given advice that she didn't follow.
Well, I think she's learned. Sometimes hey, listen, I wasn't what I am now, so smile. Listen, anytime you give advice, hey, just smile a little bit, be real. I think that's great advice.
I think it was patronizing and condescending, and I'd love to see a clip that has gone viral of Megyn Kelly because she was being compassionate.
I'm with you on this, but about Kaitlan Collins, just real quick. I mean, she catapulted to stardom because why? She interviewed Trump.
Because I got shit canned.
There it is. And then
she got your job.
She got your job. Yeah. There it was. And then this is the face of CNN. It's a young, semi-attractive female.
She is not the face of CNN. Anderson Cooper is the face of CNN.
Yeah, but that's done. I mean, how much longer is
as long as he wants. Anderson Cooper could get any job in the media that opens up.
How old is Anderson Cooper? 60?
No, I don't know. He's 50
I mean,
something.
he has white hair since he's 32, so I don't know what it is. But
Gunmetal Gray, baby.
Okay,
There's a fan site dedicated to it.
I just struck a chord with you and your friend Anderson Cooper.
57.
Okay? God forbid
It's the Steve Martin effect. You know,
But
they.
the reason
I haven't
we're
heard from
talking about
Anderson
her-
since the day I was fired.
But here's the
But
point.
I respect who
Here's
he
the
is.
point. You don't see Anderson Cooper on Bill Maher. You don't see Anderson Cooper on anything, basically.
He goes on
They're
the morning
parading-
show with his friend Kelly Rippon.
Okay. But why are they parading her around, is my point. Why is that?
Well, look, you're always trying to build the next generation, right? And they did a very ambitious thing at CNN, right? So they have 3 women in a row, which, again, is only remarkable
Bingo.
because we don't usually do it. But they are 52% of the population. I loved when Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they asked her how many female justices on the Supreme Court would be enough. She said, all of them. We've had all men. Why wouldn't we have all women? And, it's an interesting thing to play with. I don't have a harsh assessment of Collins. It's hard to make it on cable TV. It's hard to make it if you're not a provocateur. She is not a provocateur. Megyn Kelly was much more successful on cable TV because she was a provocateur. Yeah. She then went to network TV and failed abjectly. Why? Because she can't do exactly what she was suggesting to Kaitlan Collins that she do. But look, that's Kelly's currency. Kelly's currency is saying mean things. She's smart. You can be smart and mean. And she's going after Kaitlan Collins. Why? Because she's got us talking about it. That's all she cares about. She doesn't want to give her advice.
Play this clip of her on Stephen Colbert, which got very awkward with the audience's reaction. Go ahead. Rob, audio.
After Vice President Harris, he knew his attack lines on President Biden. He really has struggled with how to go after someone who's 20 years younger than him, who is a different gender, a different race. It's kind of been this moment where he has not been able to coalesce around a single attack line.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. No,
Look
I know.
at the reaction.
I know
That's supposed to be a laugh line?
I wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is. What I wanted to ask is that you guys still have your own...
Just as objective
by the
as
way,
he is, though.
you have to realize, what percentage of Colbert's audience do you think is on the left? Probably
90.
70, 80, 90%,
Yeah.
and they're even laughing at CNN. That's what makes it very funny.
Look,
but go ahead, Chris, defend them real quick because
I'll defend
Yeah.
them. I'll defend them.
Here
One,
we go.
I believe
This is brought to you by CNN, by the way. Go
I
ahead.
believe that objectivity. Well, who would have more reason to attack CNN if you look at it, through this normal lens? I don't attack it because I don't share the opinion. It's not about objectivity. Okay, objective is 2 + 2 = 4. Unless you're the actor who doesn't believe in regular math, everything is always 2 + 2 = 4. It will always be 4. It can only be 4. Nothing is really like that in politics or human context. Fairness is the standard. Are you fair? So you can't give me an outlet where you say, well, I have no idea. They never let me know what they're doing on anything. And everybody has been trained now to hate the media. It's always been that way, but now it's more, it's exacerbated, right? The media is, everybody hates it. You're supposed to hate it because it's not fair. I think CNN does a good job. I think that there is an intention there to be fair. Do they get it right all the time? Nobody does. I work at a place that was created as reaction formation to the other outlets. And still, if I watch News Nation, I see she's a righty, he's a righty, she's a lefty, he's a lefty. You'll see it. I just think that the cure is transparency. Don't pretend you're something that you're not. And I'm not surprised they laugh because everybody hates everything these days.
But how do you
come on?
How do you determine fairness in the context of lefty and righty? What's fair?
Going after both of them when they deserve it. Celebrating both of them
You think
when they deserve it.
CNN
Stop it.
is
Chris,
fair
stop.
equally to Republicans and Democrats?
I think that there is a majority body of the people doing the job there who don't have a preference.
Stop it. And by the way, same thing on Fox News.
Let me ask you a question. How many times has CNN had RFK on?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why don't I know?
Yeah.
Because it's not something I pay attention to.
But wait a minute. What do you mean? How many times has Bobby been on CNN?
I just told you I don't know.
Has it been more than 10 times?
I don't know. I'll say no.
Yeah. Why though? Why don't they want to talk to the other side? Why don't they want to talk to Bobby?
Oh, okay. I'll go with you on this. I do believe that there was intentionality within the media to play the game and to cater to the two parties. And Bobby was a disruptor. And they don't want the game disrupted because they benefit from it. And they boxed him out as a result. I think that that is a fair criticism. It is exactly why I didn't. It's exactly why I kept having Dean Phillips on during the Fugazi Democratic primary. Because it is wrong to limit people's choices on the basis of a party's preference. It's wrong. But again, it's a relative assessment. So CNN versus who? Fox? MSNBC? Newsmax? I take CNN.
I just don't think any of them are fair. When I think fair, it's down the middle. They're neither. None of them are down the middle.
When you look at ratings,
you know what down the middle gets you? Where
Run
I am,
over?
in an existential struggle to survive. Because if you don't pick a side on cable TV, you will not get traction. Do you think Megyn Kelly is doing this because it's a crisis of conscience? She just has to make her witness this way? No, she does it because it works. Okay? And if it worked as well to be positive and constructive and kind, that's what she'd be.
I actually agree with you, but that's sort of antithetical to what you're saying, is that you can't be fair because you sort of have to pick a side.
No,
which one is it?
You can be fair. If you want to succeed as a media platform, picking a side is easier. It just is.
So which side does CNN pick?
Why don't we
I think that's why it doesn't rate as well as Fox or MSNBC.
Tom, give the final thoughts. And
my final thought is Americans are smart. And when you look at CNN, they were looking at a product and they weren't buying it. And when Zaz goes to the Handling Company conference and he tries to sell the company as a whole, nobody was buying it either. I think you have a great brand, but a crippled product that there may be people below the surface that are there, lots of good people that are neutral and trying to work in news and have a job. I'll give you that because you knew them, you know who they are, you spend time with families and things like that. But the product that's out there, the product that's represented out there, I do not think has any degree of fairness and objectivity.
What cable is better? What cable is better?
I'm talking about CNN and talking about what
cable outlet is better? It's got to be a relative assessment. Every product is.
What if I said the way you presented yourself at the DNC at News Nation was a hell of a lot better?
I think News Nation is a better product. But who else? Right? Because we don't have the scale and reach that they do yet. I think they will. I don't know that I'll be alive for it. But I think News Nation is absolutely, and I don't own it. I don't have any interest in their success beyond my own show, right? It's not like financial. But
I will tell you who, though.
Go ahead.
I will tell you too.
Go ahead.
It's purely independence. Independent podcasters, digital, I think that's who does it better than anybody else today. I don't think it's anything to do with Fox, CNN, MSNBC, any one of them. I think today, if you want to actually see what's going on from regular people who are having discourse and exchange, like somebody can watch here today, right? Think about how many different types of people are watching today. A group of people don't like me that are watching right now. A group of people don't like you. A group of people are going to agree with Tom only. A group of people are going to ask the most logical question, why doesn't Adam ask questions? Yeah. Okay, he goes 7 minutes and there's going to be a group of people that are following, you know what I'm saying? Just all these categories. But by the way, remember, I'm not running, bro, you're running. But by the way, a group of people are going to say, okay, I like you. A group of people will watch Rogan and they'd say, yeah, you know what? I kind of like that he has this guy and that guy and this guy. I think the independent game. The other day, Theo Vaughn has Trump on. And who the hell would have thought they're going to talk about cocaine? On Theo Vaughn, they're talking about cocaine with the president. And he gets such a great interview. The guy crushed it. Better than any of these mainstream guys would have done. It was a phenomenal interview that you sit there and saw him. And you saw the humane side, and he's like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Did you see this, Tom, this morning? New candidates, outsiders are wanting to, can you come in this late? 2 candidates are running for office this late? I don't know if that's even Rob, this is what story is talking about this? What channel is this?
Let me pull it up. Hang on 1 second.
Why would New York Post and New York Times talk about these 2 candidates? Can you pull up the campaign on what their slogan is? Pull up their campaign on what their slogan is. Here we go. the latest campaign. Zoom in, Rob. Zoom in. Ellsworth Sosnick 2024. Shut up, you little. It's their slogan.
Well played, guys. Well played.
Rob, can you do me a favor and play the clip for people know where this is coming from? By the way, can you have ever seen this?
Joke.
If that shirt exists and I don't get one in an extra medium before I leave, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Guys, that shirt is here.
I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. You give it to me. I'm wearing it right now.
You got to be kidding.
This guy's getting naked on camera right here. What is happening right now? Ladies, don't look. Look away. You're not gonna.
Rob, go to my Twitter account. It should be on there right there. If you just go on my Twitter.
This is good.
This finally something I can get behind.
That's what she.
You gotta turn a little bit.
Ellsworth Sosnick.
Shut up, you little bitch.
This
just what my mother used to tell me.
Have you seen this clip on What Happened or no? On the podcast? Is this it, Rob?
We're doing this now?
Oh, my
this
God. We have to show. So on the podcast, this is a couple weeks ago. Adam and Tom are going at it. And next thing you know, okay, Tom, Rob, it's right there. If you just go on my account, you should be able to see it. I retweeted it.
Oh, okay.
I'm texting it to you as well. It's not hard to find. I think it's 6 down. Yeah, if you keep going, 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 you keep going. It's about to come up. Go one more right there. Okay. This is why the campaign started, folks. And you guys go ahead and play this clip. This is just a very special moment between the two candidates, the president and the VP. Go ahead.
More balanced. Oh, I read.
Tom, what's your point, dude?
I went into the, oh, you're trying so hard, you little bitch. You know, it's like, it's like, you know, it's Tom, what you have.
Tom, you're the smartest guy in the room. You're rambling on and on and on.
Almost killed Vinny. Almost killed Vinny.
That's why he's not here today. Tom, no shit. Give us what's your point?
Textbooks, baby. So
you can pause it right there. So for those of you that support the Ellsworth and the Sosnick ticket, and you like their slogan, this will be limited merch. We will never sell this again, guys. I'm telling you right now. If you want to go get that gear 2024, that's the merch right there. It'll sell out. We don't have a big amount of shirts. This is less than 500 shirts that you can go order. So once you order, it's out. It'll be limited edition. People won't see it. But we also have this one, which I freaking love. You'll see me sporting this one here. It's the Future Looks Bright 2024 campaign shirt and the red one. Pick and choose either one of those. You can go on vtmerch.com to place the order, but this is a special one. All right, sounds good.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.